No horse can resist a treat. Better put it inside the manger. Being very careful, I should be able to take what I need. Easy, horsey. You won't notice a thing. That didn't go too bad. Now I have these amazing horsehairs. I hope they come in handy. Good idea. This way I should get a perfectly functioning bow. If I remember correctly, it should be played like this. That noise again. Finally, the opening is big enough to allow access. At least for a hand. I don't need the bow anymore. Perfect, I can get my hand through. It's a piece of paper. Actually, it's a piece of Kid's map.
Perfect. Now I have everything I need. My recipe is practically done. It will be a drink that is sure to make waves in the world. Non-alcoholic, dark-colored, sparkling. It can even cure a headache.
I wouldn't want to ruin your dream, but I think that already exists. Actually, I believe you're even in danger of clashing with some mega corporations.
I know the market very well. I managed to isolate and replace the secret ingredient with another.
Really? Which one?
Well, it's the root extract of Oh, hey. Nice try, boy. You almost had me going there. It's the only ingredient that is not present on the list. Take it. I don't need it anymore.
Thank you. Better read it away from prying eyes. Wait a minute. This list is a bit strange. I can glimpse something under the text about the ingredients. It's a receipt. It says, I, Dr. Alfred Every, on July 15th, 2008, deliver to Steve Bonnet the artifacts found in the basement. In exchange, Mr. Bonnet transfers to the Every family, free of charge, the property of the building where the family business is actually located. The agreements will not be disclosed. Yours faithfully, Dr. Every. It's countersigned by Steve Bonnet, too. To which artifacts is Dr. Every referring? If the agreements have not been disclosed, the only one that would know anything about it is Uncle Steve. I'd better get over to his office to investigate. Weird, Steve's not here. In the meantime, I could inspect his office looking for the receipt of Dr. Every. So weird. There are no notes on these papers. They're all blank. What can they do? Wait a minute. There's a button under here. I could be wrong, but they seem to have been placed in the way to hide something. There's nothing. Let's see what happens by pressing it. I wasn't expecting this. I just thought it was a drawer with some kind of mechanism. It closed back automatically. There's probably another device in this room that makes it open. Why all this secrecy? And what's this room? Better take a look around. A rope is always useful. There's nothing useful here. There's nothing useful here. And what's this? It looks like some sort of diary. There's something inside. I don't think I'm mistaken. This is a piece of the map from Kid's crew. It's surely Every's, the last piece missing. Finally, the map is complete. On this piece there are some coordinates. 47 degrees north by 78 degrees east. Brilliant! The coordinates are useless without the rest of the map. The light will guide you. 47 degrees north by 78 degrees east. It must have something to do with the old lighthouse. There's also a strange coin. Why is it here? What does Steve have to do with this story? There must be something I'm still missing. Let's see if there's an explanation in the diary. I can't believe this. Steve knew. Actually, Steve is the architect of Dad's death, and all because of his envy and the longing to find Kid's treasure. To think they were so close, almost brothers. Dad really trusted him, but he should have guessed his changing, and Kid wasn't that stupid. All the pieces of the map are needed to find the treasure. I have to escape from here and unmask Steve. This diary will be the proof. Better go to the old lighthouse. The light will guide you. Let's hope that's true.
Boss. Hey, boss.
What's going on?
Boss, we can't find the young Morgan anywhere.
Impossible. He can't be volatilized. Continue to search. If he has his father's insight, he has surely discovered something that we've been missing till now. I'm going back to my office. This city needs a person able to guide it.
All right, let's go.
It's Steve and the innkeeper. They're in collusion. I have to get out of here as soon as possible. It seems Steve is doing some research into the Adventure Galley, Kid's ship. There are maps, notes, excerpts from old journals and books. I thought it worked the same as the one in Steve's office. Instead, this is just a simple globe. There must be another way to get out of here. I'd rather not. If I try to pry it open, Steve will find out where I'm hiding. Better let some fresh air in. I'd rather leave this open. It's stuffy in here. I don't want to take all of this. There are maps, routes, various notes. They represent months, or rather years, of uninterrupted work. I'd rather leave this open. It's stuffy in here. This window faces the road under here. It's the hatch through which I got here. It closed back when I entered the room. From the noise I heard, the ladder must have returned to its original position as well. There's nothing useful here. It's the hatch through which I got here. It closed back when I entered the room. From the noise I heard, the ladder must have returned to its original position as well. I thought it worked the same as the one in Steve's office. Instead, this is just a simple globe. There must be another way to get out of here. It's a globe. Various lines were drawn on it. They look like sea routes. There are maps, routes, various notes. They represent months, or rather years, of uninterrupted work. This window faces the road under here. Good idea. This seems to be the only possible way out. See you soon, Steve. Now I know how it works. You just have to turn it on and guide it. Finally, the map is complete. There's also the signature of the cartographer, Tom Rayleigh. He really was a genius of cartographic drawings. Now I know why Steve wasn't able to find the treasure. Without the complete map, those coordinates are useless. I need to go to the lighthouse. The light will guide you. 47 degrees north, 78 degrees east. Now I know how it works. You just have to turn it on and guide it. Okay, let's try. Bing! This is the point marked on the map. Let's see in what direction the lighthouse is pointing. Good! Very well. The lighthouse is positioned according to the instructions on the map. The light points in the direction of the cemetery. Better go check. I don't think the X meant to indicate these wooden boards. It'd be better to remove them. Once there was a legend. To access the afterlife, a boat toll was required. Maybe this coin wasn't used as currency in the earthly world, but rather to pay the ferryman for a journey to the afterlife. Let's try. Where did I end up? It seems like a natural cave. I can't believe it! This is a colony of Mexican psilocybe, one of the most powerful hallucinogenic mushrooms in the world. Professor Jones showed one of these in class when explaining Aztec rituals. Their sour odor is unmistakable, and the conditions for growth seem to be ideal. Humid and lacking sun. Only a strong adrenaline rush can counteract their effect. They're supposed to proliferate only in a few areas in Central America. How did they end up here? I'm also wondering who put these wood barrels here. I'd rather not touch them. This species of mushroom is extremely dangerous. The Mexican psilocybe, even if taken in small doses, causes addiction and induces hallucinations and trance states. It can't be. The hull outline, the colors on the bulkheads, a red nightmare sailed on the sea. Its slender shape induced all to stop and admire it. The historian Jean de Leon described the Adventure Galley this way. This is it. The Adventure Galley. Kidd's ship. The famous Adventure Galley. Rumors say that Kidd launched raids in all the seas and that the Adventure Galley was the richest pirate ship around.
Who dares?
But who said that?
Who dares board my ship without permission?
Who's talking? Are you a ghost? Show yourself.
How dare you give orders to me? Only I can give orders.
It can't be. I can't believe this. My God. Dad? Dad, is that really you?
I have no sons. I'm the Adventure Galley's captain. My name is only whispered in both the old and new worlds. Some people call me the Scourge of the Seas. I'm William Kidd. Who are you?
Dad, is that really you?
Don't be cheeky, boy. I already told you that I am the captain, William Kidd, and I have no sons. Are you questioning the word of a captain?
Don't you recognize me? It's me, Willi.
What tone is this? Boy, remember who you're talking to. I'm Kidd.
What happened to you? You're not Kidd. You're Henry. Henry Morgan.
Don't you ever mention that name in my presence. Morgan and Blackbeard are the reason my crew and I are here. If it wasn't for their betrayal, right now we'd be the masters of Tortuga. Instead, Morgan and Blackbeard mutinied, hired their own crew and attacked us. But nobody can take possession of William Kidd's treasure. Remember well these two names, because they're the worst enemies of Kidd's crew. Morgan and Blackbeard. What I wouldn't give to meet you face to face. And now, speak plainly, for what reason are you here?
Captain, I'm the new deckhand you were waiting for.
It's about time. You have permission to board and immediately get to work. The bridge needs a clean sweep. Ask the quartermaster to give you everything you need to make the ship shine. I'm going back to my cabin now. I have to plot the route for our next destination. Tortuga is waiting for us.
What's happening here? How could Dad still be alive? Why doesn't he recognize me? I better get on the galley right now. I have to get my dad back home. The ship is completely deserted. I guess Dad, or Kidd as he now considers himself, is in his cabin to the stern of the ship.
What's happening now? I hope it's something important.
Captain, can you tell me your story?
Is this the reason you embarked?
I hoped to understand how you ended up here, Dad.
I have no time to get angry now. Go back to your duties. You can hear my story from the other members of the crew.
Sorry, Captain. I'll leave you to your business.
Good. Go back to your duties, deckhand.
Better not. The ship is docked on this side. There's a risk that the shot could ricochet and cause damage. According to a chronicle of the period, these wooden mannequins were used to make the crew size appear larger. The fear factor and the number of armed men visible was usually enough to win a battle without even fighting. Somebody carved the name they gave to this mannequin in the wood. Jimbo. This old sword could come in handy. Maybe I can learn how to handle it. If I'm not mistaken, near my house they just opened a school. The Swordmaster. That should guarantee success. Yuck. The hilt is all sticky. Time must have corroded the handle's material. This cannon is ready to shoot. I should have a valid reason to do that. It's locked. If, as I suppose, this is the door to the hold, they have surely reinforced it. I obviously need the key to enter. I could ask the captain if he knows where I can find it. It's a cannon from the 17th century. Even if I wanted to, I couldn't use it. It hasn't got a wick. Some well-preserved clothes. It doesn't strike me as the best time to start reading treatises on 17th century fashion. An old three-cornered hat. I think it belonged to some captain, or someone from the upper class anyway. I can't reach it. Dad is seated at the captain's desk. There's a strange smell coming from the cabin. I can't take them. I can't take it. That is not its purpose. Don Quixote de la Mancha. It's one of the first editions. It looks like a voodoo doll. Some prankster guest of Kid must have left it here after his stay. Better not touch it. I wouldn't want its curse to remain active on some descendant of the represented person. I have to find a better use for them. I have to find a better use for them. It's not helpful to me like this. I'd only risk ruining it this way. It's an amazing ship, and its preservation is practically perfect. I wonder how many It's an amazing ship. I wonder how many secrets it still... It's not helpful to me like this. It's not helpful to me like this. It's not helpful to me like this.
What's happening now? I hope it's something important.
I'll need the key to access the hold.
You still aren't an official member of the crew. You must earn this honor. Every new member must get to know the ship and gain the trust of the rest of the crew.
I think I already saw everything and talked with everyone.
Let's see if this is true of you. Answer these 3 simple questions. First, name at least one member of the crew, except the captain, that you met on board.
Jimbo.
Second question. According to which code have the rules of life on board been drafted?
Surely the Atlantic Codex by Leonardo.
Third and last question. How many battles have we faced until today?
36.
I'm sorry, you're not ready yet. The answers are all around you.
I'll need the key to access the hold.
Every new map.
I
Let's see it first.
Jimbo.
Second question. According to which code have the...
Surely the Atlantic Codex by Leonardo.
Third and last question. How many battles have we faced until today?
14.
I'm sorry, you're not ready yet. The answers are all around you.
Sorry, Captain. I'll leave you to your business.
Good. Go back to your duties, deckhand.
It would be better to use the stairs. Why on earth should I leave through this hole? This cannon is ready to shoot. I should have a valid reason to do that. I don't want to shoot a cannon. I don't want to shoot a cannon. They look like nautical charts, probably routes of the adventure galley. Life on the Seas, Rules and Tasks on Board a Ship by William Kidd. It seems Kidd was writing a treatise. Interesting.
What's happening now?
I'll need the key to...
You still aren't enough. Every new...
I think I'll...
Let's see if this is true first.
Jimbo.
Second question. According to which...
Surely the Atlantic...
Third...
27.
I'm sorry. The answer...
Sorry, Captain. I'll leave you to your business.
Good. Go back to your duties, deckhand.
Better not. The ship is docked on this side. There's a risk that the shot could ricochet and cause damage. This cannon is ready to shoot. I should have a valid reason to do that. This cannon is ready to shoot. I should have a valid reason to do that. This cannon is ready to shoot. I should have a valid reason to do that. This cannon is ready to shoot. I should have a valid reason. It's one of the oldest cannons on the ship. It has probably never been replaced. You can tell by the notches engraved on it. Every notch shows a battle in which it was shot. 8 notches, so 8 battles. An interesting tidbit of information. I guess it's still armed and ready to fire. It's a relatively new cannon. Probably after the last battle, Kid replaced the cannons that weren't working anymore. It's one of the galley's cannons. It's one of the galley's cannons. It's an old cannon. It will be more than 300 years old, at least as old as the Adventure Galley. I'll need the key to...
You still are I think... Let's see first.
Jimbo.
Second question.
Surely the
Third and last...
8.
I'm sorry. You're the end?
Sorry, Captain. I'll leave you to your business.
Good. Go back to your duties, deckhand.
This old mannequin was used to deceive the enemy. The more mannequins there were, the larger and more dangerous the crew seemed. I could use it to distract my dad and enter his cabin. If I could disguise it as a pirate, I could make it pass for one of Kid's most bitter enemies. If I'm not mistaken, he named Morgan and Blackbeard earlier. I really see it as a Morgan. They seem the right size. I don't think there was much variety of measurements on a pirate ship. It's starting to look like a member of the crew. A classy touch. The hat makes it look more important. Let's try to make it meaner. Discreetly threatening.
What's happening now? I hope it's something important.
Captain, there's Morgan on the bridge.
Morgan. Damn scoundrel. You finally came back for the final showdown. It looked a bit like him, but it's not Morgan. Quartermaster, 100 lashes with a cat o' nine tails for whoever organized this joke. Anything else?
Sorry, Captain. I'll leave you to your business.
Good. Go back to your duties, deckhand.
I need this to frame Steve. Better not. It could still come in handy. It doesn't strike me as... They look like nautical charts, probably routes of the Don Quixote de la Mancha. It's one of the first editions.
What's happening now? I hope it's something important.
I'll need the key to access the hold.
You still aren't an official member of the crew. You must earn this every...
I think...
Let's see first.
Jimbo.
Second question.
Life on the Seas by Kid.
Third and last question.
8.
Well done. You have the honor of becoming one of Kid's pirates. Among us, there's a pact of mutual friendship and loyalty. You deserve the key to access the hold.
Thanks, Captain. I'm honored to be part of your crew. Sorry, Captain. I'll leave you to your business.
Good. Go back to your duties, deckhand.
Perfect. Wow! The legends were true. This is the result of years of piracy in all the seas of the world. It's a mask. It doesn't seem to come from the Americas. I think it's the loot plundered from the assault on some ship coming from Europe. They will surely be full of doubloons or jewels, but now I have other priorities. The temptation to examine or take some of those coins is strong, but Dad takes precedence over everything. First, I have to take care of him, and then together we'll study the galley and its treasure. They all have to be dated and cataloged, even if I'd like to dive into it, like in the comic books. I'm not interested in taking these coffee beans. I'm already wide awake, especially after finding my dad. It surely contained some spices. They were very precious goods. I don't need it now. This gives it an aura of mystery.
What's happening now? I hope it's something important.
Captain, there's Morgan on the bridge.
Morgan. Damn scoundrel. You finally came back for the final showdown. It's really you, foul traitor. What nerve you dare show. By returning to the ship you turned your back on after it welcomed you as a child. Prepare yourself to face my wrath.
While Dad is busy, I can access the captain's cabin.
You won't get far. Take that!
It's the statue of a dragon. It was also Kid's nickname. Other than Scourge of the Seas, he was known as the Sea Dragon for the firepower of his cannons. Better leave it where it is. I don't need it to get Dad out of here. These are the nautical charts of the galley. They will be worth a fortune. With these, it would be possible to retrace the ship's routes and identify the places it visited. I can't deal with this right now. It's more urgent that I find a way to get out of here with Dad. Dad has placed the logbook to protect the chalice's contents. Since I'm here, I better take them both. The same acrid smell of the mushrooms I saw in the cave emanates from the chalice. This could explain many things. Dad managed to survive all these years on a mixture of water and mushrooms. Even in small quantities, they sustain any organism that feeds on them and provide vital energy. On the other hand, they're also a powerful hallucinogen. Dad's state of shock following his fall from the cliffs, combined with the sight of Kid's ship, made him believe that he was the captain. If he keeps drinking from this chalice, he might never wake up. I have to get rid of this chalice. Professor Jones taught us that a strong adrenaline rush will counteract the mushroom's effect. First the chalice and then the adrenaline. One thing at a time.
It's time to end the game. Don't show your face again, Morgan.
Look who's back. Henry and his kid, the young Morgan.
How did you manage to get here, Steve?
It wasn't difficult. I was looking for you all over town, and suddenly, what a stroke of luck. I saw you entering the crypt in the graveyard. I waited for you a long time. Eventually, I decided to enter and I saw the tunnel. Henry, I didn't think you were still alive. I am partly relieved. My regret was consuming me. In the end, you were right. Kid's ship was docked here in Bone Town.
How dare you come aboard my ship without permission and offend a member of my crew? Who are you?
Henry, don't you recognize me? It's me.
Dad! Captain! It's Blackbeard. He was also able to get on board.
Blackbeard. Yes, I recognize you now. I see that you and Morgan are still inseparable. You'll end up just like him.
Henry, not again.
You leave me no choice.
I understand, Henry. I'm ready.
On guard!
Whatever you want, Henry.
The day of reckoning. Finally!
We'll see who comes out victorious.
Prepare yourself!
I was born ready.
It's the Adventure Galley's logbook. My first priority is Dad, though. Then I can study it calmly.
On guard!
It's a metal chalice. Dad uses it to drink. Inside it is a mixture of water and hallucinogenic mushrooms.
He wants to escape.
This time...
I have to get rid of it so that the mushrooms won't proliferate inside.
Can't you do any better?
I have to get rid of it so that the mushrooms won't proliferate inside.
Let's see what you can do.
On guard!
The day...
Better not. The ship is docked on this side. There's a risk that the shot could ricochet and cause damage. It's a relatively new cannon. Probably after the last battle, Kid replaced the cannons that weren't working anymore. I think they can be used in a more useful way. This cannon is ready to shoot. I should have a valid reason to do that. I think they can be used in a more useful way. I think they can be used in a more useful way. I don't need it here. It should work. It's not a cannonball, so it won't have such a devastating effect. And now the coup de grace. Fire! I did it! Heck, I didn't see that coming. The racket from the cannon was more devastating than the shell itself. Better go back on deck and alert Dad.
You don't stand a chance this time.
We'll see. I admit it. You defeated me, Henry.
A victory over a man who was once a friend has no value for me.
Captain, I'm sorry to interrupt your duel, but I think we need to go. The cave is collapsing.
Captain, what are you talking about?
The adrenaline caused by the duels with Jimbo and Steve is reducing the effect of the mushrooms. Hurry, let's go. There's not much time.
Not before seeing the treasure. I've never been so close to it, and I have no intention of leaving now.
But Steve, not now. There will be other opportunities in the future.
Yes, Steve. The kid's right. Let's run while we still can.
Henry, do you recognize me?
Steve, is that you? Oh, I'm not sure what's happening. It feels like I just woke up from a long dream.
There's no time, Dad. Let's go.
Dad? How come? Who?
You go! I want Kid's treasure. It represents my whole life's work. Henry, just know that I didn't want any of this to happen.
Steve!
Farewell.
Dad, let's go.
Okay, I'll follow.
Dad, I finally found you.
Willi, is that really you? How long has it been?
10 years, Dad. 10 very long years.
10 years. So this means you received my letter.
Yes, but why did you only have it delivered after all this time?
I sensed that something was wrong with Steve. I could see it in his behavior. When I realized that the search for Kid's treasure was becoming an obsession, I started to suspect that he could hurt our family. I hid my piece of the map and decided to deal with him. You are a Morgan. You have the spirit of adventure in your blood. But you were only 5, and I didn't want to trouble Mom with such a burden. I hoped that in 10 years Steve's obsession would vanish. I decided that if anything ever happened to me, you, after turning the necessary age, would be ready to pick up from where I left off. So I sent the post-dated letter.
I read Steve's diary. I know you fell off the cliff. How did you survive?
A stroke of luck. I fell right into the sea, and the tide pushed me toward an underwater passage that led directly to the cave. I wanted to find a way to get back to the surface, but I had to recover my strength first. The last thing I remember is some really delightful mushrooms. Then, it's all a blank.
Dad, let's go back home. We have a lot of things to talk about. Plus, we have to find a way to tell Mom without making her faint.
Oh, Elizabeth. Yes, we should go back.
Ready to leave Bonetown once and for all?
Bonetown is not a bad town. As soon as the legal formalities are arranged, we could think about coming back here. Remember, deep inside the cave is still the Adventure Galley. Who knows how much it can still tell the world about the golden age of piracy.
Speaking of which, when I took the chalice, I also brought the ship's logbook with me. Here it is.